right, welcome back to Pre-Market Prep, everyone. If you are on YouTube, Facebook, or Periscope, bear with me. And I ran into this back when I was traveling so I'm traveling, but when I was traveling for spring break, I intermittently had these issues sharing my screen on the Mac. So it's back, and I won't waste too much time on it. We got work to do here. So I'm always here for you. My technology may fail me. My internet may fail me. The screen sharing security on Big Sur may fail me, or whatever this OS is. What is the latest? I don't even know. Big Sur, yeah. So anyway, I'm here for you. You can follow along on your own charting package, I guess. So feel free to ask questions. Nicole's still here helping me out. So let's make the best of it. Let's try and make a little lemonade out of lemons, as they say. So that being said, let's get to work. MVIS, been one of my favorite top swing trade ideas the last year probably. 6 months. Last 6 months. And what we got now is we got the WallStreetBets Reddit pump. So Reddit's pushing this hard. So this is probably my number one watch as of now. High priced dip and rip with the WSB pump. So that's probably my number one, and let's get to some questions. XXII broke 52s. Yeah. So XXII, just a nice all-day grind on Friday. I mean, beautiful on Friday. So the only thing is, this is very news dependent. So I would say this. I really like XXII. Just what you gotta. This is one of those plays I hate to say I don't like, but the thing with XXII is you really got to be watching the news all day long, because in my opinion, this is dependent on the low-nicotine cigarette stuff that the feds were talking about last week. If that story goes away, so if you don't hear anything about the low-nicotine cigarettes, your XXII is going to go nowhere and definitely stop out. But if you get follow-up news, I mean, listen, if there's a press conference, let's say, or the president tweets something or whatever about low-nicotine cigarettes, XXII is going to go. It's just you got to micromanage it with the news, which I don't really like that, because it's like it's so hard to keep track of the news flow all through the day. Ultimately, So, SJ is an NFT play. Scienjoy Holding. Chinese, NFT, blah, 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 30 million float, disaster of a chart, 945 or later, dip and rip. I would not touch this early. Already talked about MVIS. MMEDF. So that's that mushroom play that's moving to the NASDAQ. Only thing I don't... So it's always tough with these. So number one, if you were around back in January, I went on and on about the psychedelic plays, the mushroom plays. In that hot sector we were looking for kind of never really appeared. So I do think we are going to get something, or at least a mini hot sector out of the mushroom stuff. Now, the only thing I don't like about MMEDF is it just feels like everyone's piling in because of the NASDAQ news. I mean, nothing's changed on this thing. And I'm going to say this. I don't like this until after the NASDAQ transition, because I think what's going to happen. Let me give you an analogy, okay? I think this is going to be like the Coinbase IPO, okay? In which, remember, I begged all of you to avoid the Coinbase IPO day one. Anyway, I think this is going to be a sell the news event. So I think once this is on the NASDAQ, it's going to have a couple ugly days. I say avoid it. Yes, that's boring, but anyway. In my opinion, you're going to get bagged. Sell the news event. Now, post NASDAQ listing, let's talk. Okay? After they're on the NASDAQ, let's talk. But until then, I don't like it. CLNE. I mean, clean energy's kind of hot. Choppy chart. No. I don't know what you're looking at on CLNE. WTII, asked Josh. OTC Gapper. Yep. So, this is another one of those ones. You know, this is the triggering Tim moment. Save this chart from Friday. Textbook OTC Gapper. But what am I going to say on pre-market prep? I'm in a good mood. I won't yell at anybody. I'm in a great mood. I'm excited. It's Money Monday, but it's an OTC. I can't tell you anything at 8:30 in the morning when it's traded 5,000 shares. So one of these days, I won't get trolled by the OTC people. So, and again, I want to be clear. I am not against OTCs. I freaking love OTCs. I just can't tell you anything in pre-market when it's traded, what, $2,000 of stock. So anyway, someday I won't fall for the OTC troll. AMC, you know, another Wall Street Bets play. Too choppy. AMC, too choppy. Old WSB play needs a catalyst. What do you think about shorting CDAC? So it's a crappy biotech. Had 2 big days. Kind of low float. What was the news last week? So a very obscure treatment. You know, here's what I'm going to say. Who asked? Chris, you got a very obscure treatment. It is a sketchy biotech. It had 2 back-to-back green days. I'm going to say this. Short your first red day. I'm assuming that's the pattern you're looking at. But you got to stop out if this goes green on you. Okay? And I'm going to give that advice every morning short. Okay? And I almost feel like nobody ever talks about where to stop out on these first red days. Everyone's always like, short the first red day. Yeah, but what happens when it goes against you? Okay? That's what I care about. I feel like, I don't know, I feel like I fill this weird space in the degenerate penny stock community where my number one priority, and I hope whether you've been here or not, if you've been here a while, you know this, my number one priority is just keeping you guys safe, okay? I'm not here to talk about Lambos and yachts and making bank, bro. I want you learning this stuff, And I want you, starting small, building your skills, building your knowledge, and then, and then looking to replicate this over time. It's not about making bank, bro. Okay. But so I always talk about risk, man. I think some of you guys get sick of me. Guys are risk. Stop. It's like all this guy talks about. So that being said, fire away on your first red day, but if it goes green, it's Money Monday, market's up, it's a very frothy type day, and you got to buy, and you got a low-ish float biotech. So CDAC, I think the FRD is okay, but you got to stop on a green reclaim. All right, one more, and then I got to run. AMBO, off squeeze watch list, probably, actually good question, perfect circle. So, we watched AMBO all week, and we had high hopes going into Friday, but here's the thing. AMBO held up perfectly all week, then did nothing on Friday. I would do this. You can just, that's the beauty of alerts. Set an alert at 265, that same area we talked about last week, but I would take it off watch, Chris, is what, or who, I can't, was it Chris? I don't know. Joe, Jack, Jane, Jill. Anyway, I would get it off your watch list because it's probably dead, but just set an alert. If it does reclaim, but if it was going to do it, it was going to do it Friday, and it fizzled. So, what do you think about Seal? I thought I was supposed to quit. I love what I do too much. Geez, Seal hanging around. Weak open red to green, or a bounce off of green. So, all right, guys, I'm going to run. Sorry about the tech glitches. I am going to get a hold of support with live stream and see if I can figure it out. So, again, if you got here late and you're on Facebook or YouTube, I don't know. So something's up. Apple wants to take care of us. They continue to clamp down on the security, but it messes with your webcam, messes with your screen share. So anyway, have a great day, everyone. I'm doing a webinar tomorrow night with Sykes. We're doing a state of the market webinar. Always, when Tim and I get together, it's always a good time. So I think tomorrow night, 8 p.m. Eastern, if I recall. Nicole should drop the link. And have a great day. Sorry about the tech glitches. Keep in mind, if you are on YouTube, Facebook, Periscope, you can jump over to Instagram, and I've got my screen sharing via my phone. So always know that. If you're a faithful watcher of Pre-Market Prep, I thank you. But one of the nice things about streaming everywhere, if there's a glitch with one, you can kind of check the other, which you can go to stockstrade.com/premarketprep for all the links, as well as to subscribe to the daily recap. So, all right, rambling enough. Have a good day, everyone. We'll see you next time.